Hi, my name is Stefan Hähnlein from DeepFrames, and in this video I will show you how to create a daylight setup in 3dsMax and V-Ray. So in 3dsMax I have an empty scene at the moment, and in the V-Ray toolbar you can open the Cosmos browser, and if you click on it and get this question, in order to use V-Ray toolbar options, V-Ray should be set as a current renderer, you can press yes. So V-Ray is set as the renderer, and then I have downloaded here this red pickup truck already, and I can click it, add it to the scene by clicking on this green icon. So now it's in my scene. I can close the Chaos Cosmos browser again, and I want to add now a ground to it. So in the create panel I will create a new plane object and click and hold in the scene to create a plane object. And at the moment my ground is purple, but I don't like that, so I will assign a new V-Ray material which is gray by default. And so I will, with the plane selected, I will click on this gray sphere in the V-Ray toolbar, and then a gray material will be added to the ground plane. So now to add a V-Ray sun to the scene, there are two different options I want to show you. One is by clicking here on the sun icon and then clicking and dragging in the scene adds a new V-Ray sun, and you will get this question, would you like to automatically add a V-Ray sky environment map? And you can press yes, because we want an V-Ray sky. And here is this icon is the V-Ray sun, and at the moment the sun is parallel to the horizon, so I want to move it up a bit. And now if I click on rendering here by clicking on the teapot, you can see that something is rendering, but it's very bright at the moment. And this is because the V-Ray sun is too bright by default. So you can set the intensity multiplier here in the modifier tab. If you have to select the V-Ray sun, and then in the modifier tab you can change the intensity multiplier to something like 0.015. That's maybe a good value. And now you can press the render button again, and that already looks much better. And to change the daytime, maybe to around 6 o'clock in the day, you can move the sun a bit lower, and then click on rendering again, and you can see the shadow also gets lower. But you have to increase the sun intensity maybe to something like 0.025. That's a bit brighter then. Okay, the V-Ray sky can be found by clicking on rendering and environment. You will see that here a V-Ray default V-Ray sky is set as the environment. You can remove it again by clicking right and then on clear. So that's the V-Ray sky removed. And now I will delete my V-Ray sun here again. And I want to show you another way how to create daylight setup in 3dsMax. That's by clicking on the create panel and then to systems, and then you will find daylight here. You will get another question if you want to use exposure control, and I don't like exposure control too much, so I will click on no and create a new daylight setup by clicking in the scene and dragging, and This creates a daylight setup, and now in the modify panel you have to set the sunlight. At the moment it's set to standard, but you have to change it to a V-Ray sun. You will get this question maybe again if you want to add a V-Ray sky environment map by clicking yes, and then you can deactivate an additional skylight here by declicking active. You have to change the intensity multiplier again to something like 0.015, and in the motion tab, so I will render now the frame. Then you will see that it's already working now. But the advantage of this daylight system is that you can use a specific location and time, and the position of the V-Ray sun will be adjusted automatically. So you can click on get location, and maybe I will use something like Europe and Frankfurt in Germany. That's very close to me. And I will maybe use October 21st and at 18 o'clock. And that's already after sunset, so maybe a bit earlier, like 14 o'clock. And now I can press render again and go a bit closer here. And the sun is automatically how it would be in Frankfurt, October 21st at 14 o'clock. Okay, these were two different possibilities to add a daylight system to 3dsMax and V-Ray. And here's this free cheat sheet again, which I will put in a link in the description. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next video.